Cardiff Singer of the World is the very best.
It puts singers on that stage. That flag is on the map for you.
We are excited, we're thrilled, we're rooting for them, we're watching.
Show-stopping, life-enhancing voices. Singers who have so much to say and so much to offer.
They're getting singers from the entire world. They're speaking to the entire world. It has a status that no other singing prize has.
Every 2 years, the eyes of the music world are fixed on one place, the Welsh capital.
Over the next week, 20 of the finest young opera singers from around the globe will go head-to-head in a bid to win the coveted title, Cardiff Singer of the World 2019.
St David's Hall, Cardiff. The stage is being set, and in less than 24 hours, this great venue will be filled with the sound of world-class singing. I'm Josie Darby, and I'll be with you all week, guiding you through the competition rounds.
And I'm Elin Manahan Thomas. This year we'll be bringing you more music than ever, so those of you following the action at home can really look forward to a ringside seat.
Plus, we'll be joined by some distinguished names from the world of opera, giving us their expert take on each night's performances.
Since Carita Matilla won the very first BBC Cardiff Singer of the World in 1983, the competition has been a launchpad for some of the biggest names in opera. And not just for the winners.
This competition is far greater than winning or losing. It is putting you on that stage and that people actually notice you.
You only get one opportunity, so from the moment you walk on that platform, you own that stage. It's a tall order, and it's something that you've got to prepare very well for.
There was such a wonderful atmosphere throughout the competition. It was a roller coaster ride on many levels, emotionally, mentally.
There are many, many singing prizes, and Cardiff seems to be the tops. Everyone wants to win Cardiff.
The search for this year's BBC Cardiff Singer of the World started a year and a half ago. More than 400 singers entered the competition from 78 countries around the globe. Auditions were held in a series of international locations to whittle those contestants down to the final 20. They're the very best of a new generation of opera singers, representing 15 countries. And we've been meeting up with some of them in the run-up to this week's competition.
Lauren Fagan is an Australian soprano who's been training in the UK for the last 7 years and will perform in Covent Garden this season.
I practice at the Opera House. I'm really fortunate to be able to come back here, having completed the Young Artist program. I am not from a musical family in any way. We're more sporty. Like, my dad was a rugby player, my mum's a teacher, and so I really found singing myself, which I think is a good thing. For the song round, I've actually chosen 2 Australian pieces. I didn't realise that I would connect so much to them, and it's quite emotional because it makes me think of my family and my friends who are all back over there. So yeah, I can't wait to sing those songs. It's always been kind of a dream in the back of my head that I wasn't sure if I'd ever make it in, but now that I'm here, I'm like, I've got to make the most of this opportunity.
Like most of the singers, tenor Owen Metsileng from South Africa only arrived in the UK earlier this week.
I'm from a singing family. My father passed on 2009. He was a tenor, and my mom, she sings soprano. So this is where I got the singing from.
Owen began his singing career as a baritone, but 2 years ago he switched to sing tenor.
My dad told me, boy, you're not a baritone, you're a tenor. And I used to refuse that, no, I'm not a tenor, because of the love I had for baritone. Yeah. But as soon as my voice gets warm, it starts to be higher and higher. So I was like, why don't you just follow what your voice wants, and of which is tenor. Now, because I'm singing tenor, I can hear my dad on my voice. I can hear his voice when I'm singing now. So I can believe that I was a tenor since I was born. Now I can believe that he was telling me the truth.
And from New Zealand, baritone Julian van Mellarts is also hoping to give his very best on the Cardiff stage.
I've always sung, I think. The story goes is that I was singing along to the radio when I was 2 years old even. And to be in the final 20 is remarkable, actually. So I'm very, very excited. I mean, it's nerve-wracking as well. You know, there's high pressure and it's a huge platform. Cardiff Singer of the world. There's so many different nationalities. It really is sort of the Olympics of singing, I guess. It means so much that I'm representing New Zealand. It's been a long time coming, and it feels unreal that it is about to happen, actually.
And for the first time, there'll be a singer representing Guatemala. 27-year-old Adriana Gonzalez, who sent this message.
Hello, Cardiff. My name is Adriana Gonzalez, and I'm participating in BBC this year. Very happy and excited to see all of you soon. Hi.
We'll meet some more of this year's singers later in the programme. And this is what they're all here for. Next Saturday night, one competitor will lift this trophy as they're named BBC Cardiff Singer of the World. And their life will change forever.
The Cardiff Singer of the World is something special, and it gives you that tremendous lift into a professional career.
It makes you, in a way, in our musical world, a bit of a household name.
To take part in the competition is already a significant step. If you've been in the Cardiff Singer finals, you've made the best possible case for your own future.
First, though, lies the excitement and drama of the competition week itself. There's a real festival feel in the city, with masterclasses, events and talks taking place, as well as the performances themselves.
But the week ahead is certainly no holiday for those competing. It's a chance for them to perfect their repertoire, with piano and orchestra rehearsals by day, ahead of 4 consecutive nights of concerts, which make up the preliminary rounds. In each round, 5 singers will do their best to dazzle a formidable panel of jurors, featuring some of the biggest names in opera. American mezzo Frederica Von Stade, legendary British soprano Dame Felicity Lott. From Argentina, tenor, conductor and director Jose Cura. Opera impresario and founder of Grange Park Opera Surrey, Wasfi Kani. And artistic director of the Welsh National Opera, main prize jury chairman Sir David Pountney.
That jury is tasked with selecting a winner from each of the 4 rounds to go through to the grand final. But there's a twist. Those 4 will be joined by a 5th finalist, the wild card, selected by the jury.
It's a really dramatic moment. The wild card isn't announced till the end of the last preliminary round. So it's guaranteed to keep everyone on the edge of their seats right till the very end.
It is exciting. For that singer to suddenly be pulled out, it's just wonderful, because it is difficult, because they're all good. That's the problem.
Those 5 go on to sing in the grand final next Saturday night. And the wildcard finalist shouldn't be underestimated, as proved by Scotland's Katrina Morrison just 2 years ago.
Being announced as a wildcard was... I don't know if I have any words for it, actually. I think my jaw was open and I was kind of just gobsmacked. I wasn't really expecting it, and I think you can probably see that from my expression at the time.
2 days later, Katrina faced the jury again in the Cardiff Singer final.
I remember feeling very, very nervous before going on. But when I stepped out onto the stage, there was such a welcoming applause and there was something so warm about the whole atmosphere there. I remember smiling out to the audience, and that was such a genuine smile as well. I was so happy to be there, and I don't know, something changed in me. The nerves kind of fell away from me.
The simplest song, which is the most difficult song, sung extraordinarily. And that was amazing. And that was the winner.
The winner of the Cardiff Singer of the World from Scotland.
I remember my hands. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That was just the most insane moment of my life, probably. To win the competition was just overwhelming. A huge feeling of pride. Quite a thrilling adventure, actually.
And not only was Katrina the first UK competitor to win BBC Cardiff Singer of the World, she was also jointly awarded the Song Prize, shared with Mongolian baritone Arianbata Ganbata. It was the first time in the competition's history that the trophy had been presented to two singers.
This year's Song Prize recital started right here at the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama earlier today. And for the first time, all the singers are competing for the prize. It's a chance for us to hear a different side to these performers, and it certainly presents its own challenges.
Song, in a way, is one of the most intimate things that you have to perform. And not every successful opera singer is a successful song recitalist, because it's a completely different beast in a way.
It really allows them to reveal themselves in telling the story. The most important thing is to tell the story and to give the right style. I always say to nearly every singer that everything's a folk song, as far as I'm concerned.
A song recital, it's just you and a pianist. You've got to delve deep into the poetry to show us how you interpret it, show us your joys and your sorrows, show us something new about these songs.
More than a few famous faces have won the Song Prize over the years, including its first ever winner, Bryn Terfel. For the singers competing in the Song Prize, the competition's official pianists, Llyr Williams and Simon Lepper, play a vital role.
There's not many competitions that have this amount of focus on song and this calibre of singer. It's lovely to meet these singers for the first time and then to work intimately on the repertoire. Then you don't really know what's going to happen until you perform together. When you're actually on stage in front of that audience.
As part of the prize, all this year's Song Prize finalists will be given the chance to make their debut at the world-famous Wigmore Hall in London.
It's a big thing, a Wigmore Hall debut, and we'll see how they go down with the audience as finalists, and you never know. Somebody who doesn't win might become an audience favourite here. The winner could well become an audience favourite here, but it's wonderful that we can give them that platform.
The Song Prize final takes place here in St David's Hall on Thursday the 20th of June. You can watch it on BBC4 at 10 p.m. and on the BBC iPlayer.
This year marks the 30th anniversary of the Song Prize, which began in 1989. And that same year also saw one of Cardiff Singer's most dramatic finals, with the so-called Battle of the Baritones, when a 23-year-old Bryn Terfel was pitted against a 25-year-old Russian, Dmitri Hvorostovsky. It's a moment that's gone down in Cardiff Singer legend, and it's particularly poignant to look back at it now, after the tragic death of Dmitri in 2017.
He was there to win, you knew. That confidence, his head held high, that beautiful mane of hair. There was an elegance to him, there was a style, there was an interpretation, and his stagecraft was brilliant.
He sings with this cantabile line that is unequaled. His breath control, his technique.
Dmitri was a very special talent, great artist, hungry to do well and sing. Bryn, of course, glorious voice.
With both singers in the final, a thrilling standoff was guaranteed.
Those two just running neck and neck, I mean, it was unique. That's what the public liked. They like to see this battle.
Two astonishing young talents. Two incredible performances. The decision was on a knife edge.
I think I gave Dmitri a 9.85 and Bryn a 9.8. It was so close that it was a hair.
The winner of the 1989 Cardiff Singer of the World competition is Dmitri Hvorostovsky.
Dmitri was the winner, hands down. Nobody was going to beat him, and that was a strong year. But he flew.
Dmitri's Cardiff Singer win propelled him into a glittering international career, performing on many of the world's great stages, together with the biggest names in opera.
The whole world was so completely charmed by him. He had this boisterous, boyish personality, and of course when he sang, we all melted instantly. I didn't sing with him as much as I would have liked because he moved into heavier repertoire. But we had a very important turn in Eugene Onegin at the Metropolitan Opera. He loved and was passionate about singing, and people knew it.
Tragically, Hvorostovsky was diagnosed with a brain tumor and died in November 2017, aged just 55.
I do miss Dmitri. I miss his singing. I miss his artistry.
I missed him, miss seeing him. And what a great loss to the operatic world.
Dmitri Hvorostovsky, a giant of opera and Cardiff Singer legend. And in tribute, this year's Dame Joan Sutherland Audience Prize will be awarded in his memory. We'll tell you more about that prize as the week goes on.
30 years on, the legacy of great artists like Dmitri lives on in the enduring draw of Cardiff Singer as a platform for the next generation. And the music world will certainly be watching keenly to see if this year's contest will produce the opera stars of tomorrow.
The Cardiff Singer of the World is such a wonderful insight into what our profession will be in the future. It is, in some sense, a kind of audition for everybody that's watching. And you never know who's going to watch.
Winning puts you on the world stage. This is the Cardiff Singer of the World. There is no other singing competition as high profile, as important.
The agents are there, the people who are doing the casting in opera houses, they're all around. They're listening to the singers all the time. So they're not out of sight. They're all there. They're all on the radar.
It is a big deal, and it means a lot, actually, in the career trajectory of these young artists, and it garners so much attention from around the world.
Cardiff can make a singer's career. It's happened.
It's just so exciting just to walk in and know I'm going to hear some voices that will dominate the operatic and song world for the next 3 or 4 decades.
And in their bid for success, the singers will have the support of 2 world-class orchestras on the Cardiff stage. The Welsh National Opera Orchestra, conducted by Arian Matiak, and the BBC National Orchestra of Wales, conducted by Eva Strushinska. Both Arian and Eva are taking part in Cardiff Singer for the very first time.
I heard a lot, of course, that one of the most significant competition in the world. So I never thought I will take part one day.
There's always a bit of pressure on the conductor. This is what we are used to. But here, I feel very attached to my 10 people. So there's a special pressure. You really want to help your singers. My role is to be here to guide them through the music and to take care of them. I'm looking forward to it.
I need, of course, to feel the singer and the voice. What can I do to help to get the best of the singer, but at the same time to create the atmosphere and the style of the piece?
The orchestras are highly important, and to have an opportunity to sing with such beautiful orchestras is a great privilege. And these singers sometimes, most probably, wouldn't have sung with something as perfect quality as these 2.
The Cardiff Singer audience is known the world over for its appreciation of fine singing and the warmth of its reception. And a special welcome is always guaranteed for singers from the home nations. This year, England is represented by soprano Katie Bray, who's already a regular performer for companies including Opera North and the English National Opera.
My mum and I used to watch Cardiff Singer of the World when I was a child. So it was a very bizarre feeling when I was told that I was going to be in the competition. I just thought, this is an incredible opportunity, and I just need to try my best to enjoy it rather than be terrified by all the terrifying bits. I feel this amazing anticipation as the competition is about to start. All over Cardiff, it feels like people are getting excited about it, and that's scary, but it feels a huge privilege to be part of it. All I can hope for from my experience here is to feel like I have done justice to the pieces and that I can enjoy myself and be proud of myself. I just really want to have a good time.
And carrying the hopes of the Welsh audience in Cardiff is soprano Angharad Lydon from near Wrexham.
It's really important what you wear when you're on stage. So for the main prize, I've decided to go with a red dress to represent a bit of Wales. I'd seen a picture of a dress that I really liked online. And then my brother said, "Oh, well, go on, Mum, you could make it." Because my mum, when we were kids, she made a lot of my clothes. And so here we are, and I've got a dress.
It's a lot of work, but it's been worth it, yeah. Just don't ask me to do it again.
Angharad has had to fit in her Cardiff Singer preparations around a busy rehearsal schedule with Buxton Opera.
To represent Wales in the Cardiff Singer of the World is, I mean, it's literally a dream come true. It's something that would mean, that I'd made it. kind of thing, you know? Singing and music are such an important thing to the Welsh people. It's a big responsibility as the person who is sort of carrying the hopes and dreams of the Welsh people to, you know, get a win in Cardiff. I'm really aware just how much it means.
I know exactly how it feels to be given that chance to represent your country. In a sense, I feel national pride for whoever has been chosen over the years. And I know it's Angharad this year, so I just wish her best of luck to enjoy it.
Well, we certainly wish Angharad, Katie and all of this year's competitors all the best with their performances. So, when they step out onto this stage in front of the panel, just what will the judges be looking for?
To be the best of 20 singers, you obviously have to have mastered all the technical challenges that are being thrown down. So it's what comes on top of that that's really significant. And that's where personality, that's where emotion, that's where depth come from and play their essential role, really, because we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for artistry.
Within 10 seconds, they either really grab you and embrace you and shake you, or you'll find yourself drifting off somewhere. So this is the key, to manage to grab the audience within 10 seconds.
Give us something new, show us that you're an interesting artist, take us to a different place. But own the platform, own the auditorium, own the space, own the acoustic, and show us what you can do. You can't do anything more than that, and if you do that, you've done a lot.
You can call it charisma, you can call it presence, but ultimately it is a non-verbal and non-visual connection between the performer and the listener. I think that is the star quality.
Well, what a week to look forward to. Petroc, Trelawney and I will be back tomorrow evening, Sunday the 16th of June at 9 p.m. on BBC4. And you can see us for the next 3 evenings at the earlier time of 7:30 on BBC Two Wales and BBC iPlayer. So you won't have to miss a note.
And Josie and I will be here on BBC Two Wales next Friday evening at 7:30 with highlights of the week and a preview of the final. And I really hope you'll join us throughout the week as we follow the search for 2019's BBC Cardiff Singer of the World.
We'll leave you, though, with last time's winner, Katrina Morrison, and some words of wisdom from 2 Cardiff Singer legends.
Don't complicate it. Focus. That's all you do. Focus.
Take care. Don't do too much. I remember some people were a nervous wreck. I was. But I still came out saying that I enjoyed it.